Hello, and welcome to the Mama Cam for Monday, December 8th, 2008. We are inching towards the end of the year, and I have to be honest with you, I have not planned anything for today's Mama Cam at all. Not a single thing. So this is totally on the fly. Not that every week is not on the fly, but this is way super on the fly. Anyway, it's Monday. It's very cold here. It's not snowing yet, but it's supposed to snow. I have to go out tonight and do some things. Not really motivated to do them, so I'm going to try to get motivated right now. The plan for today was that I was going to do an interview with Crystal Seidel, and we went to do our phone interview, and then all this crazy stuff happened, and then she couldn't do it, and then I couldn't do it, and then we both couldn't do it, so it didn't happen. That does not mean that it's not going to happen. It just means it's not going to happen today. So once again, I have brought for you Puck. Puck the Wonder Wobbly, as I like to call him. Puck has been a very true, wonderful, honest companion to me since I started these Mama Cams, so he's going to be with me today. And he's going to demonstrate some things, and I don't know what, because like I said, I have no plan. Let's start with some Mama news right now. This week, I celebrated the 300-page anniversary of Ask Mama. When I started Ask Mama back in February of last year, I never thought that it would go anywhere. I never thought that it would amount to anything. And look what happened. It's kind of like my life, you know. I never thought I'd amount to anything. Who knew that I would, in fact, amount to something? So today, actually it was 3 days ago, was the 300-page party for Ask Mama. If you have not actually asked a question at Ask Mama, you should totally do it. Because I rarely give good advice, but I always give some advice. So whether it's good or bad, you get your question answered, and that's really all that matters. You know, nobody cares about quality. It's about quantity. It's about getting results, and I give you that. Okay, so after our celebration of the 300-page party, had a couple of questions. I have Golden Foxy owner, who, by the way, is the person who gave me all the stuff about Lexington Zoo, and I totally didn't give her credit last week. Golden Foxy owner lives in Pennsylvania, and that is where I am from. For those of you that do not know, I am a Pennsylvanian-born lady, born in Pittsburgh, fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. Golden Foxy owner can't find lip smackers at any stores around her. That is ridiculous. I would rather, if I couldn't find milk, I'd be okay with it. If I couldn't find eggs, I'd live. I'd survive. If I couldn't find lip smackers, some shiznit would be hitting the fizz-nan. That's all I'm saying about that. Speaking of which, today my choice is candy cane. Candy cane treat. Okay, it's a little minty, it's a little sweet. All I know is it makes my lips shiny, so I'm going with it. It's one of the seasonal smackers. I'm a big fan. You go to the store, they come in like a little stocking-looking thing with zipper. Anyway, candy cane treat. Apparently, many pharmacies around these United States don't carry lip smackers, which I find offensive and wrong. I would like to do something about this, like maybe have some sort of, you know, coup d'etat of sorts, but I don't have the time for that, nor the energy, so I'm just going to get real worked up on the Mama Cam. Darn the man that doesn't sell lip smackers. Get on it, bro. Okay, also I'd like to do a little shout out to UWP, Unica Warrior Princess, because she found a way to type words upside down, which gave all of us kind of a little shock. She typed upside down. It was a big deal. Everybody got excited. I don't know. I got excited. Then again, it doesn't take much. My life is pretty boring. Okay. Here's a question that I particularly like from Stephanie Forrester. She says, Dear Mama, I have a follow-up question. My lovely husband, who has made my life completely happy and complete, that's a lot of completeness, disagrees with your advice. Normally, he's the epitome of wisdom, but by this time he's not seeing clearly, I fear. He thinks that I might have a slight addiction, and I might need some help. Naturally, I disagree. It's not like I'm shooting heroin into my eyeballs or anything like that. It's just a little petting and feeding and racing and food trading and raffle holding, right? There's nothing wrong with me, is there? Well, I answered Stephanie before on the forum, and I told her that she absolutely does not have a problem, that sitting at a computer and playing with pixels is perfectly normal and fine, even if you do it for 8 hours a day. Even if you do it for 12 hours a day. It's fine, because you can stop when you want to, and that is all that matters. And if anyone tries to tell you otherwise, they're a big fat liar. So what I'm saying is your husband's a liar. I don't even know him, but he's a liar. And I really hope that he doesn't hate my guts for that, but I have to find some way to, like, justify my own, perhaps quasi-maybe sort of addiction. But not really, because I don't like the word addiction, because it means that you can't stop, and that's redonkulous. Okay, alright. All that crazy addiction talk. Okay, so I have this wonderful, amazing woman, Billy Joe, Rach, as she likes to call herself. And she actually asked me this week, why does nobody love me in a partner way? Why do people think I'm ugly? I mean, I'm nothing to shout about, but I didn't think I was that bad. Well, you know what? I feel very strongly about this. You, my lovely, wonderful girl, are beautiful. And if anybody doesn't think you're beautiful, then they are ugly. They're an ugly person, they have an ugly attitude, they have an ugly inner self, and you don't need them. Tell you something about fifth grade boys? No, 15-year-old boys. Tell you about something about 15-year-old boys. They don't know what they want. They think they know what they want, they don't know what they want. They say they know what they want, they don't. So if they say, oh, I want this in a girl, they're lying. They don't want that. They think they want that. They get that, they don't like that. It's this cycle, and it continues until they're probably about 80, 90 years old. Okay? They never really know what they want. They grow up, they don't grow out of their whole, I want this, I don't want this, I want this, I don't want this. Oh, you're okay today, but you're not okay tomorrow. But then if you're okay tomorrow, then I didn't like you yesterday. Seriously? I just want to find one that doesn't flip-flop like that. One that's just like, you're awesome every single day. You're awesome. Wouldn't that be great to have a guy that's like, you're awesome every day? Anyway, what I'm saying is, this crazy behavior from men really never stops. So if you just get used to it at 15, then you'll probably, at least be semi-okay with it by the time you're, 40 or 50. So you only have like 20 years of absolute frustration banging your head against the wall. This is probably not sounding good, is it? You probably just want to quit life right now, because what I said. Don't quit life. Don't quit life. Okay. Now, my answer to her was actually very long and drawn out, which is shocking because I don't like to talk, but my answer, star416, who I adore, says, Mama, you are awesome. The answer to Billy Joe's question was brilliant. Kudos to you. Well, thank you. Like I said, my advice is usually hogwash, but occasionally I hit the nail on the head. And with that one, I did. It's a whole life experience thing. Okay, one more thing. This is from Carla. I love her. She's awesome. Dear Mama, it's time for another weekly question by yours truly, so I come to you in the hopes of sharing the best place to hide in your home. I really need a good spot to go and cry. This has previously been with my ferrets in the bathroom, but they're not ready for a cry of this magnitude. On the edge of a break, Carla. And after Carla's question, I had 4 people talk about crying in some place. And I think it's the time of year where you're either really happy or you're really sad, when things kind of come crashing down on you and you're overwhelmed, and sometimes you just need a good cry. My favorite place to cry is the car. I go for a drive, I cry. Sometimes it's a little dangerous, because if you can't see the road, that's bad news. But it is a place where I can be by myself and I can get my crying out. And I'll admit I cry a little bit here and there. Sometimes I cry a little, sometimes I cry a lot. But the holidays bring these feelings out in us, so don't freak out. You're wonderful. You're just going through some rough stuff. And if you want to talk to me, on a more personal level, you know where to find me. Alright, on that note, since I'm talking about love and people that love, you know what? Here's the thing about fluff. Okay? Imagine this is your fluff. I know you can't adopt a black Yowabbit, but this is fluff. This is my fluff. Okay? If I'm sad, my fluff loves me. If I'm happy, my fluff loves me. If I have a bad hair day, my fluff loves me. If I get really upset and throw my fluff up against a wall, the fluff still loves me. So the moral of the story is, though you can't depend on people at all, ever, you can depend on fluff. So continue fluffing here, today, tomorrow, and always, and know that Mama loves you, and so does Puck. And I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week, my favorite fluffters, Mama.